I'm here with two young entrepreneurs, Suzanne Scott and Joey Seaman, back from some hiking and time and vacation off in South America, but they're mainly here to do their business. Suzanne, why don't you tell us what you're doing?
Sure. So I'm running my family business, Village Pottery. That's 43 years old now. So my parents are still involved, but I'm kind of taking it to the next level and carrying it on. And I'm also involved with Etsy Artisans of PEI, so running these pop-up markets. And yeah, I really enjoy it.
That's great. And it's your own pottery. You're making the pottery as well.
I am making pottery now for about 6 months of the year. That's when I make most of it. And then when the shop is open, I'm in the shop selling and meeting customers. And yeah.
That's great. And Joey, you're involved in a new brewery.
Yeah, we're Charlottetown's newest brewery. Myself and two friends started we started the project about 2.5 years ago, but we just actually got it off the ground about 8 months ago. But so far so good. We're pretty much tip to tip now with distribution. We just started selling in Nova Scotia a few months ago and heading to New Brunswick this weekend for our first beer show.
And in addition to selling the beer itself, you're becoming a kind of cultural center at the Upstreet too, aren't you?
Yeah. It's it's amazing. You build things, you never know what's going to happen. But people have really embraced us, and we've kind of used the brewery, the tap room specifically, as an open room for people to host events. We've got everything from knitting clubs to board game groups to fundraisers and events. So we're really pleased.
And tell me, how did you sort of get the urge to be an entrepreneur or to be a business owner?
Well, I dipped my toes in it years ago. Had a failed business venture. Backed away, worked with John Rowe, who's a well-known entrepreneur, and learned a lot from him, and kind of recalibrated a little bit. And then at the time had been sort of homebrewing on a bit of an obsessive level. I think had we carried on any further, all of our wives would have probably given us the boot. We were spending a lot of evenings and weekends involved homebrewing, and we like to say we just kind of got carried away.
Well, that's good. We got carried in a good direction. And Suzanne, you came into it by picking up on what your mom and your parents are doing.
Definitely in my blood. Yeah, my great grandfather was involved with starting the radio station, CFCY. So my grandmother, Betty Rogers, she was a storyteller, and and then I think my mom kind of was carrying on the entrepreneurial spirit from them, and that's really just always been something I've been interested in and part of my personality. And
I think that's really interesting, the connection between storytelling and entrepreneurship. I was aware of your grandmother's kind of work in that area. And did I understand from you, Joey, that there's sort of a network of young entrepreneurs or some folks that you're kind of seeing kind of developing?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'd say it's fairly unofficial or anything, but there's a lot of young people on the island doing really interesting things, and I think a lot of people, when they move back to PEI, look at it as an opportunity to create an opportunity rather than just to maybe fall into a traditional role that their parents had or something. And that's definitely the approach Suzanne and I took after studying here, but leaving for a number of years and coming back. And now opening a new business, we do get a lot of even almost daily young people looking to take something new on, take a next step, or maybe even just try something on the side. And there's a pretty good support group there, and I think they'll only get better with time.
Well, that's great. I think it's the future, and when we dig deep and realize it, already the lifeblood of the island. So congratulations on what you two are doing, and good luck to both of you. I'm sure you'll have a great season